Okay, guys, I gotta make this one a little shorter and simpler. Because, for those of you who haven't heard, in the world of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh!, my beloved Thunder Dragons finally won a premier event. This is a big deal because for a long time they couldn't. They got close. They've been getting close since, like, they came out last November. But they just couldn't seem to get that top spot. And tonight they finally did. Funny story. So a lot of my friends have been jokingly saying for a while if Thunder Dragons ever can get that top cut, they'd buy me a shot. Well, since they did get that win, they finally did buy me a shot, a few, and I'm a little tipsy, and I don't drink much. So right now I'm kind of just spinning in my chair, trying to stay focused and kind of looking at a raccoon. Hi, raccoon. No, well, we're going to focus. We're going to talk about Vanguard, because this was a pretty fun episode. I like this. Nothing deep really happened. We got a little plot towards the end, but for the most part, the goal of this episode was to enjoy Masaki. And as you all know, I enjoy Masaki quite a bit in multiple ways. Our Spectre's a card fighter. No one get dirty, you perverts. Until after the video, they know that do what you want. I don't care. Anyways, so, the big sort of gimmick with this episode, I kind of thought it was maybe going to go in the direction of dealing with maybe how people view Misaki, because the president accused her of being a boss like Naoki constantly does. But no, it wasn't. It was mostly just Misaki being annoyed at how much of a pompous idiot he is. And yeah, as much as I would maybe have liked a little more of that character development, just because I always like learning more about these characters as people, I did enjoy just the sort of back and forth. And just in general, there's a lot of little humor that I was still able to pick up on in my inebriated state. I love the little bits, like I love the bit every time the president sort of changed his claims. Oh, it's finally raining outside. This would rain all day. Every time the president would, like, change what he was saying or had to rethink something, I think he did it a couple of times, they always made sure to include the shot of him, like, moving his eyes, turning his head up, him thinking up crap on the fly. That's funny. Like, little things like that, I think, really do a lot just for adding character development and allowing you to just laugh at a character being goofy. If they wanted to, they could have played this guy as the one-dimensional bully jerk he was in the original, but no, they play him as kind of this goofy Daffy Duck type, and I think it's real funny. And also, the fight was actually a lot of fun, because Great Natures was used effectively, although once again, as we are getting to see some more decks show up, can we please get some love for Matachi's! Matachi Kaze! Come on, guys! The original Excel deck that was actually good in this game, please! Anyways, the sort of gimmick where the fight was going, that he would use up all his triggers, I kind of noticed that I thought that's where it was going, because I started noticing, wow, he's getting a lot of triggers off this skill, and they're all making a big deal out of it. And that sort of hit me, oh, that's where this is going. He's either going to run out, or he'll dump the whole hand, and he kind of did both. I mean, it's Excel, and sometimes you just gotta do that. But no, it was a real fun fight. I like the fact that the winning aspect of it was based around actual tangible stuff in the game. It wasn't just the power of friendship. No, it was he went ahead and lost all of his triggers, and therefore, he just lost. And again, it relied on Misaki's memory and her mind, which is obviously the character's defining traits. So I think that was a real just fun way to use the characters. And then, of course, we get the big final attack. First up, seeing Misaki as, what's it called, Pentagonal Magus? Yeah, sure. Oh, God, that's a shot for certain people who love certain characters in certain skimpy outfits. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. But no, that was funny, like, getting so many crits and sending Leopold flying. It is funny that this is how Great Nature make the premiere, especially because right now I know a lot of people are testing Great Nature as a Bermuda Triangle counter. So it was kind of, I think it all sort of worked out in this real fun way, especially if you're in a competitive Vanguard, and there were little things a fighter can catch up on, as I was noticing people pointing out in the comment section. So, all in all, I thought this was a fun little episode, and then, of course, we get to our only real plot, which is, at the end of the episode, First up, the three of them joining the card fight club. I knew that happened because in what was sort of what was left of the manga, this was shown that the three of them get stuck here. Getting the whole reason that happened, I thought was funny. And like I said, I love the bit with the president and just sort of like being like, oh, this was a test. Yeah, sure. I don't know, I just thought that was really funny. Like, sort of this kind of like Reagan from Mob Psycho 100. His only real weapon is his mouth and how he uses it. But no, it's good to see everything can now go ahead. The psychic guy was hilarious. I don't know why. Seeing the Death Note show up as the L Note really made me laugh. And I love how black it looked. It wasn't just the black. It was like blackest black. That was funny. And as for the way it sort of ends, I like that everyone can pick up what's wrong. It's not like every other time this show does memory loss where no one notices anything. It's like, no, people are immediately noticing something is off. Why is the picture meant for 5 people? Why was this mistake happening? Just a little bit being unraveled each episode, and it's funny because the psychic guy actually more or less answered it. Obviously, we know there's no time travel in the show, but he basically says what's happening, and they're all just ignoring him. I hope that comes back. I think it would be funny. What if he, like, catches on to what's really going on, and, like, Azel kills him? I know they won't do that, but I want it. I want it, damn it. It would be funny. So yeah, all in all, that was this episode of Vanguard. It was fun, it was entertaining, it was enjoyable. The room is spinning. I should probably stop. But just to end things off, for the Vanguard question of the week, the fuck actually happened this week? Crap. No, wait. I got something. So I'll be attending Anime Next next weekend, which will have a big Pro Play Games event. And I know this isn't necessarily a Vanguard-specific question, and I think I've asked this for Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, but I think it is probably time to bring it up here. What are some opinions on money tournaments? Like, just the idea that you're competing for cash, there are players being sponsored, there are players doing it to get their names out there and get notoriety. What is your opinion just on that? Because I know that can be a very touchy subject in the world of card games, and for good reason. So tell me about that below. And as always, click to like, click to subscribe, and join me next week. I'm not sure when next week's will get up. I don't want it to be Monday, but it depends on what time I get back from Atlantic City, which is about 3 hours from where I live. But all in all, we'll try to be there, and I promise I'll be sober, hopefully.